Hey boos, hey, it is your girl, the Rising Phoenix Empath, coming at you from Maryland. I want to jump on real quick and I want to give you 8 reasons why sage is not demonic. And the first reason why sage isn't demonic is, for number one, the Bible never indicates that sage is evil. The Bible never indicates that we should not use sage for medicinal purposes. The Bible does not indicate that we should not use sage as a spice. And the Bible certainly does not indicate that we should not burn sage. Okay? You will find sage nowhere in the Bible. It's not even mentioned, as there are so many other herbs that are never mentioned in the Bible, but we use these things for medicinal purposes, and we also use them for spiritual purposes, right? So for number one, the Bible never says that it's demonic. Number two, the Bible documents several accounts of herbs being burned for spiritual practice and worship. Okay, now when we use herbs in our spiritual practice, okay, we are usually smudging the space, smudging the area. We do it, I know I do it for protection, I do it for peace, I do it for calm, I do it to protect against spiritual warfare. I do it when I go into holy places, when I pray, when I meditate, and when I am saying affirmations, and when I am trying to manifest what I know God has for me. I am burning incense. I am burning sage, okay? And I'm doing burning whole herb bowls full of an array of herbs, and I do that as an offering to God. I do that because I respect the spirit realm, and I respect and love and admonish God in such a way that I want to clear my space and make it as holy and clean as I can before I enter into his presence. So I'm trying to align energetically as much as I can with that spirit realm, and in the interim I am trying to protect myself, because when you go into a place of prayer, any holy place you go into prayer is holy, and when you do these things, you are subject to spiritual attack, and these things protect you against such. And that is why we do it. It is a spiritual practice. There are several scriptures that indicate herbs were burned for worship and for spiritual practice, and those scriptures can be found in Exodus chapter 30, verses 34 through 38, verses 37 through 8, verse 31 through 10, and Second Chronicles chapter 13, verse 11. Okay, and it doesn't specifically speak on sage, but it does speak on the burning of herbs, specifically frankincense and myrrh, for the purpose of worship. And for me, when I'm clearing and cleaning this space, right, it's a spiritual practice for me, and I'm acknowledging the attributes that God has given these resources to us, and I'm trying to make this a holy space in place so that I can enter into prayer, enter into meditation, and it is a spiritual practice when we use it in this way. And that is the way it is mostly used in spiritual practice, for protection and to cleanse and to smudge and to protect. Okay? Number three, ancient Hebrew sage is translated to Marva, Marva, which means lady, mistress of the house, and renowned friend. Okay? And what this also means is that Marva, which means sage, has all the same attributes as sage. Women and mothers and ladies are nurturers and protectors, as its sage spiritually has these attributes. And I found it very interesting that sage and Marva are one and the same, which means lady, woman, mistress of the home, renowned friend. Okay, attributes of women and sage have the same attributes spiritually. Okay, number four, the alternate name for sage, I found this very interesting, is Jerusalem sage, and this alternate name was given in the mid 1800s by early botanists who found they believe that the menorah, now for those of you who don't know what a menorah dates back to ancient Hebrew times before Christ. There was a menorah, a lamp. The lamp that you usually see when they're celebrating Hanukkah. The lamp that they usually see when they're celebrating these Jewish and Hebrew holidays, with all of the candles. That's the menorah. And early botanists believe that the menorah itself was designed after the perennial shrub, the plant, I guess because the way the leaves are correlated on the shrub, they believe that it was, very similar to the menorah, and they believe that the menorah was designed after sage, hence the name Jerusalem sage. And what did we do with menorahs? Well, we lit the menorahs. We put candles in the menorah and we lit the menorah. And what do we do with sage? We light sage. Interesting. Jerusalem sage. So that was very interesting. Number 5, sage can be found in the Mediterranean. Sage can be found in Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and the West Bank. So one of the origins of sage is Israel, which is also very interesting. Physical attributes of sage is number 6. This is why sage is not evil. Sage is not demonic. Physical attributes of sage is it aids in digestion, inflammation, improves blood sugar, lowers cholesterol, prevents cancers, heals sore throats, tonsillitis, cold sores. It is an antibiotic and fights against specific bacterial strains, and it can be used as a disinfectant. Number 7, the spiritual properties of sage. It connects to spiritual realm. It enhances intuition, aids in emotional and mental healing, evokes wisdom, evokes protection, evokes peace, and it is a spiritual disinfectant. Okay, so those are the spiritual properties of sage, which is also very close to the spiritual attributes. Okay, and then number 8, the 8th reason why sage isn't demonic is because on the 3rd day, God created the trees and the herb to bring forth herb of its kind. Genesis 1, chapters 11 through 13. Day 3, he created the herb, and after he created everything that was created, he found that it was all good. It was all good for the use for our very good. And then after he created these things, guess what he did? You know what he did. He gave us dominion over these things, and he gave them as resources to us. And he gave us dominion over the earth because he knew that we had the power and the knowledge and the wisdom and the resources to handle things here. And so when we pray, it is not only to worship him, but it is to give him permission to intervene on our behalf, because he has given us this responsibility to lord over this earth. And so when we pray, we are giving him responsibility because he is so divine that he cannot go against his own word. So our prayer gives him permission to intervene on earthly and humanly things because he gave us the authority here on earth, and he gave us these things. And I believe that Christians have an issue with this because Christians sometimes can be spiritual wimps and are afraid to deal with anything in spirit, and so they demonize it and call it wicked and call it demonic because they have been conditioned to, because they're not really doing their due diligence with researching. They're just accepting what's given to them because they don't want us to tap into our true power. I hope this was helpful. Until next time, be open-minded, do your own research, but this was the 8 reasons why sage it isn't demonic. Until next time.